Warning, please do not use or derive concepts from this video to try answering questions and incorporating it into the diagnostic approach to a patient. Hello, this video is brought to you by anemoma. Fun fact, if you rearrange anemoma, you can spell ammonia. Much like ammonia, we will spread this toxic gas that is anime across the world. Today, we will be discussing Shino Aburame from Naruto. Now, let's just wait a few seconds for the Rasengan software to load. Due to some Aburame bugs, we had to update our software. Anyways, to enter this dimension of questions, you have to click Create Test. We still have this Tobirama bug where the Uchiha appear in the corner of the screen. Then, click Emergency Medicine. Then, click Bugs and Drugs Ninjutsu. Wow, these are some weird new subject additions. For simplicity's sake, we will just attempt one question. Now let's generate the test. A 40-year-old rogue male beekeeper who was placed on antipsychotics has been non-compliant with his medication over the past couple of months. He claims that he read an article in Konoha's Aburame Digest that the drugs would reduce his artistic abilities of cultivating insects. In turn, he decided to release his flying critters into the natural free-range, cruelty-free environment that is a park, so he can recapture them in a month's time to produce superior honey, resulting in a 2-year-old son and his 30-year-old father to be stung by a bee. Both the father and son exhibit normal vitals after arriving to the hospital an hour later due to parental concern. The father states that he never had a reaction to a sting before. What is the next best step in action? A. Reassure the father and send them home. B. Intubate the child. C. Give equine antitoxin to both the son and father. D. Give equine antitoxin to the son. E. Give botulism immune globulin to the son. F. Give botulism immune globulin to the son and father. G. Send them home with an epinephrine pen. H. Confront and duel the beekeeper to identify the insect of origin and proceed accordingly to identified specimen. I. Apply topical antihistamine cream to the stung location. J. Apply topical emollient cream to the stung location. Now I will give you some time to pause the question to attempt and answer the question. Alright, now let's get to answering the question. Right off the bat, we will eliminate option H, to confront and duel the beekeeper to identify the insect. This is not recommended if you have not completed a shinobi certification, which is usually rare to have a person on standby with and is not cost effective to locate and identify the insect. Options C through F imply Clostridium botulinum. Botulism is due to the inhibition of acetylcholine release and causes descending paralysis. Botulinum is usually transmitted via foods and sometimes dust particles after an earthquake. This is called inhalation botulism. In adults, the disease is due to preformed ingestion of the toxin, found in canned foods and cured meats, and fish. This is very common in isolated places such as Alaska. People who get botulinum toxin injections for cosmetic reasons, such as for wrinkles, or medical reasons, such as for migraine headaches, may be more likely to get iatrogenic botulism if the dose they received is too large, if they are children, or weigh less than a typical adult, or if they have an underlying problem with their nerves or muscles. People who inject certain drugs such as black tar heroin put themselves at greater risk of getting wound botulism. Antibiotics are recommended for the treatment of wound botulism. These drugs aren't used for other forms of botulism because they can speed up the release of toxins. The antibiotics used are metronidazole or penicillin G. Aminoglycosides are avoided because they can worsen muscle weakness. People who drink certain kinds of alcohol, such as prisoners who drink Pruno or Hooch, made in prisons, put themselves at a greater risk for foodborne botulism. The treatment in adults is equine antitoxin. Due to children having an immature immune system, botulism is transmitted via spores, like that found in honey. Adults have a superior immune system, so they do not have to worry about botulinum spores. However, I am unsure about immunocompromised patients. In babies, constipation is often the first symptom, followed by floppy movements due to muscle weakness and trouble controlling the head, and a weak cry and irritability. The treatment in babies is botulinum immunoglobulin. For very severe botulinum, intubation and ventilation may be required. Since the child and adult were stung by a bee, Rather than ingesting any foods, we can reject options alluding to botulism. Anaphylaxis usually occurs within minutes, which may present with wheezing and unstable vitals, requiring epinephrine and intubation. However, this patient does not appear in distress or imminent danger. Antihistamine cream or emollient may be used to relieve urticaria or pruritus. However, the stem of the vignette does not mention said issues. So the answer is A. The best course of action would be to provide relief to the distressed parent and reassure that home care will suffice for the child. Now get ready, we're going to turn on anime mode. Venom immunotherapy is highly effective for the treatment of patients with systemic allergic reactions to Hymenoptera venom. Overall, venom immunotherapy reduces the chance of having a serious systemic allergic reaction to an insect sting by 90%. Hymenoptera refers to an insect with wings. It has nothing to do with the female anatomy, that is the hymen. Hymen in Latin means virginal membrane. It's describing the membrane that insect wings are composed of. Fun fact, pasteurization of milk prevents many microbial infections. However, it decreases levels of vitamin C in the milk and has led to scurvy when first introduced historically in children. And now we're going to go over a theory, an anemoma theory. Other villages use pesticides and insecticides to ward off Aburame bug spying tactics. However, the Aburame clan breeds insects that are resistant to such toxins, and this cycle is repeated over and over between villages and the Aburame clan. Alright, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below.